high quantity of engine grease.
No, yeah, that sounds about right, considering what I came here on.
I just thought that was your deodorant. Engine grease.
Why would I use engine grease as my deodorant?
I
use that as my lip balm.
I just imagine you just give a lady a big old smooch and it's just grease.
It's just like, ew.
Well, I suppose we should be quick to the punch with this one, because I'm Aaron.
And I'm Randy, and this
is another Tangents Christmas special, where we are back in the fire.
Of course, just burning.
It's, as they say, out of the pan and into the fire.
Mm-hmm. Although,
or something like that.
Most of the time you don't really have a fire, you just have a stove. But today we have a fire.
Yeah, and we're just gently roasting like a Christmas ham.
I don't know how gentle it is when you're at the bluest part of that flame.
Regardless, it's just, it's nice, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that the fire hasn't gone out with me displacing most of its usable oxygen.
It'd be like that. But yeah, another year, another tangents. Mm-hmm. Another series of tangents, in fact.
Oh man, my soda went hot.
You got a boiled Coke. And I've got boiled water over here. It parches my thirst, but at what cost?
It obviously steams your lungs, what can I say?
I was about to say, hey, we can compare the Tangents episodes, see the quantity that we put out last year versus this year. And I remembered, I just don't organize the Tangents podcast folder that way. It's literally just finished episodes, and that's it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But what I can do is the funky do and come over here to the podcast channel, where we have 20 subscribers.
No, right? Up from 19.
I don't think our subscriber count went up even a little bit. It went down, actually. Just like my chair that they were nice enough to help me put in the fire is going down. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
No, Randy, look at this, literally.
Looking at it.
Over here.
Lit.
Look, it's sunk. My chair sunk all the way down.
Oh. Of course. Of course it's going down because it's burning.
I just thought all of our videos were gone for a second there when I clicked on playlists. Hey, Randy, I'm curious. How in the world...
What?
How in the world does a computer work in the fire?
Oh, actually, we have the mic right next to the fire, and the computer is off somewhere else.
Oh, that's fair. Stop picking at your chair. The flames are looking at it as is. Okay, so we ended off last year on episode 20. We're ending off this year on episode 54. That is a 34 episode
Man,
count.
we really picked it up.
Mm-hmm. Picked it up in a number of ways. Picked up this podcast from the weirdos, and, took what's ours, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. We took it back.
Wow, our entire first year fits on this one page. All the other pages fit exclusively the newer content.
You could always, wait a sec. Isn't it a page per year?
No. Because, okay, we uploaded really spottily. We started in April.
No.
May.
Look. Here. Click the back button. The one that's not complete back.
Not this one, but this one?
Yes. See, it's the first page again.
Oh, okay, I'm stupid. Okay, so technically it's a year a page.
Yes.
I mean, it's 30. We put out 34 episodes of the podcast this year. That is a net 14 episode. Okay, well, I mean, by the time this comes out, it'll be 14 episodes. Or a net 14 episodes. It's just weird to think of. But yeah, 30 whole episodes, new overlay, new thumbnail. It feels more professional.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? Did you enjoy this year of tangents?
Yeah, I'd say we've come a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come a long way in terms of what we put out. We haven't come a long way in terms of who's watching it all.
Mm-hmm. It occurred to me though, this will probably be the last episode. Our first interview was, not interview, but first guest was with Kero in October of 2020, and then we had Scott on in, I think, October of 2021. Where is it?
Scotch-free.
Okay, that was May. But even so, we've had one interview a year for both of them.
That's lacking, what can I say?
No, that is on par. Let's just keep it that way. One person a year gets the interview. Who's it gonna be?
I think what were we? Linus wanted an interview, so it's his turn.
This next year we need to find more ways to shill the podcast. Just really get in people's face and say, "Do you know who we are?" We don't either.
Guess not. We have a single like on where we left off.
No, that is a singular view. We do not get likes. Oh wait, no, we do. Never mind. I'm stupid. Oh hey,
nice.
I did not realize we have had consistent likes since episode 40. That's kind of based.
I know, right? Not cringe at all.
Based on what?
Your mom.
Randy, you've met my mother.
I know it. That's why it's based on your mom.
I'm going to beat you.
Go ahead.
Nah, but still though.
Your bones will never get through this fat.
Still a good episode of Tangents. I'm happy with where we're at. I mean, okay, we're not really at a different place from where we were at last year. So technically speaking, nothing has changed, but I think that's a good summation for Tangents the podcast. Nothing ever changes.
It's always the same stupid bullshit.
Except for episodes 50 and 51, where everything changed, but you know, we're not going to think about that.
Of course, it never happened, it's fine.
Going on... Okay, I might be stupid, but... Nah, we're moving into our second, like... Bringing our quote-unquote, like, second complete year to a close because we started in April. So, like, almost moving on to 3 years of Tangents. That is weird to think about, 3 years of Tangents and nothing to show for it.
I know, right?
It's peak comedy.
I know, right?
3 years of just having an excuse to hang out with my friend.
I know, right?
Hang on a second. Don't balance your Coke like that. Here, I can move stuff around so you can put your Coke on the fire.
You mean in the fire?
Exactly. I'm not gonna let you have
maybe I like balancing my cock like that.
Don't.
Cock zero sugar, cock original taste.
It's the way you said
new cock.
It's the way you said original taste.
Cock original taste. I wonder if cock makes water.
Water, burn throat.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Boil.
Sounds about right.
But luckily, I'm able to drink it in this canister from G Fuel.
G Fuel.
Today's sponsor of this video. I wish we had a bunch of, like, gag reels. Or, like, gag, like, quote-unquote promotionals made. So that way we could, like, launch into one of those. Or, like, have one of those play whenever we, like, just say the word just for the funny of it. That'd be great. Have just a bunch of unnecessary things like that.
Oh my god, it just add to the reasons why people don't watch.
People don't watch because they don't see it. Because it's not recommended to them. Because YouTube is a bunch of shills.
Just wait 10 years.
Yeah.
Then we won't be able to monetize it because it'll be too late.
Too late. Our takeover of the world will be complete. Everyone will watch Tangents.
No matter whether YouTube recommends it or not.
We recommend it for your own health and safety.
What? Why would it be important for their health and safety? I mean, we're in the fire. How would that be important for anyone's health and safety?
I hear it adds 10 years to your life. Or shaves off. I don't remember the wording.
Well, I mean, if your life's shorter, that means you have more fun.
It's like a candle held straight into the flame. Wax.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What are you looking forward to this next year of doing Tangy Ants? Got any big plans? Any territories you want to claim as your own?
I don't know. I might buy a 1 foot by 1 foot square of land in Scotland so I could be a lord.
That'd actually be pretty cool. That would be a video idea. Randy and Aaron own land.
Randy and Aaron become lords.
They begin their successful conquest of
Scotland
and later Poland. They've had it too good for too long.
Of course.
Man, that's Tangents 2024, marching on Poland.
We don't march, we trample.
Oh, man. I'd love that. I don't know. Let's hope we can actually get some like live action content out this next year.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I know that one of the things we need to start working on here soon is the Tangents trailer and everything.
Of course, because we made a trailer for the trailer, but that we never actually got to work on the trailer.
Well, we got busy with this little thing called a SCU. Randy,
right?
my chair is sinking again. I think the fire is melting it.
Fuck it. You know, that cylinder won't last forever.
Yeah, I'm just staying down here. Anyway, I'm just sitting in the flame. Phlegm.
Phlegm? As in from your throat, or flames as in the ones burning us right now?
A little bit of both. Man.
The swallow was so meaty.
I just sound like I just have a bunch of like someone just tossed Go-Gurt down my throat and stuck it there.
Oh my goodness. What can I say? Go-Gurt's pretty delicious.
I don't know why, but that makes it sound like you have the intent to suck the mucus out of my throat like Go-Gurt. Don't do that. Don't pull that expression.
Hold on, let me get my straw.
No. It melts in the fire anyway.
No.
No. No.
Don't be a hoe. Say no.
Now you a hoe. Santa's talking about you all the time after all, calling you a ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho, you ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho, here's the money.
Fuck. Guess so. Guess I better spread them wide.
No! Talking about dirty things while we're in the fire. The fire burns away all the dirty, the filth. Don't you know that, Randy?
Yeah, so we gotta talk about it to burn it away.
And then what are we talking about, Randy?
I don't know. Let's talk about the fact that Halo Infinite dropped recently.
Yeah. Halo Infinite does exist.
And the visuals are good.
Oh yeah, they're just straight up sauce. I feel a little bit like, so you start out this mission. It's kind of like the Pillar of Autumn, in a capacity.
Right. Okay.
Like in terms of like structure and kind of the funky do you're doing, of going around a ship. Well, yeah, essentially like going around the ship, kind of getting familiar with the movement, the combat, what have you.
Right.
And then after that, you're able to drop onto the ring and everything. Well, okay, quote unquote, you're just supposed to be just straight up just close enough to be on the ring. But, we're not going to focus too much on that. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I don't really, you start the game with the grappling hook, and I don't really like that. I like the okay, break it down. I like the grappling hook. Okay,
but
in an open world context, I like it. It's just nice being able to just find just it's kind of like I did today, just kind of find a high place and just kind of drink it all in. Really just kind of take in everything the game is just straight up showing me. Mm-hmm. It's nice. It's just genuinely pleasant, if you will. However, I think for like a starting mission, it just kind of for lack of a better way of putting it, it kind of feels bad to just kind of already have what one could consider a combat crutch, because I'll give it to him. Like Grapple Shot has a whole bunch of jackals. If you hit their shields with it, it'll make them jerk their shield back, and you can pop them. But I think my main issue is it kind of it doesn't really feel like it forces you to really kind of grapple, pun intended, with the controls a bit and kind of get used to them before giving you something that is meant to enhance that. Doom Eternal kind of got away with that with having the double jump and such, because it was it kind of built on it,
right.
But Infinite's kind of right out of the gate, literally the opening, and I will give it to him. Really well rendered opening cutscene is Chief just has it.
He's just bent over.
Well, I mean, okay. it has it in the capacity of he has the grapple hook, but also bent over in the fact that, yeah, enemy dude just walks in and just, Chief is over the barrel in that opening sequence, and he is gripping tightly. He is just, oh boy, it is, I mean, okay, on the one hand, it's like, come on, it's the Master Chief, but on the other hand, it's like,
Oh my!
He got him, he just treats him like a friggin' metal ragdoll. It's funny, like, the man, like, are you okay with just a touch of, like, dialogue spoilers?
Go ahead.
Okay, this is literally opening sequence, but spoilers! No kidding, this brute who, apparently he dies in literally the span of the opening cutscene and when you first get your hands on the controls. Literally he dies within that time period. I don't get it. Because he's a guy from I think he's like the main villain from Halo Wars 2. Like Atrax, I think it is. But no kidding, he drops you, like, he walks you over to the edge after, like, beating you in, and he just goes, this will be the last face you ever see, like, and then he just drops you into the void. Just cold as ice.
My goodness.
And he tries to grapple, but that shot means nothing. The hook reaches not. And it's just,
fuck.
It's an interesting sequence, because it's, it's very well animated. There's a lot of care to, like, how Chief moves, and, like, this portrayal of him as someone who is combat ready. However, he was
not ready for that.
He gets borderline inverted.
Converted
to a pile of scrap.
Converted to Islam. And that was very halal of you, Master Chief. Not putting up a fight against your enemy because you are better than that.
Master Chief, mind telling me what you're doing, not fighting that enemy?
Sir, being halal. It's like, Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing in the nurse's office? Sir, I threw up.
Sir, I threw up. Ew. But yeah, I don't know. Our opening sequence, I just kind of like, no kidding, the second it started, I was just like, and I could tell that it was something important. I just put down the controller. I put down the controller, hands behind the head, and I was just like, you know what, we're watching today. And I just watched my hero get beaten, get broken like Batman. Only thing missing was the snap of Chief's spine.
And all that was missing was killing his parents.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, other than, like, grapple shot, I really don't have any complaints about, like, opening sequence of the game and everything, because you're just on this enemy ship. Excuse me, you get yonked in by sci-fi nonsense. And it's just very nice going around it. It's very atmospheric, very moody. But it still manages to be fun. The only thing that I'm worried will prove to be a bit of an issue later on is difficulty, because I'm on heroic and I didn't really sweat like I expect. Like, Combat Evolved heroic, you're sweating. Your palms moist. Most Halo like Halo 2, your palms are a river. Those sniper jackals just dome you the second they see hide nor tail. They see your hide just through the wall, more like. But it kind of evened out. There was one mission I was doing, quote unquote mission. It's kind of more self-guided than that, but there was one mission I was doing to where, like, yeah, I was just dying over and over again. And I'm okay with that. I chose heroic because I was like, okay, I'm not looking to die over and over again. I just want a proper, like, sink my teeth into challenge. I want to see what the game can offer me at its best.
You mean its hardest?
Yeah, at its best. That's what I said. Oh yeah. Last thing I'll talk about. Small issue.
Okay. That's why we're in this fire. You wanted to see the flames best.
Yes. Gotcha. I mean, how else can you see the best way to view something is from within. Change comes from there, I found 5 pennies in my heart yesterday. Might be why I'm going into cardiac arrest.
I think that's why you're bleeding internally very profusely.
Yeah, it's fine. We still got more to talk about.
Was it right atrium or left ventricle? I hear change comes from either of those two.
I don't know, man. I'll have to try it again and find out. All I got was just a bunch of blood last time I tried to force it. You know how it is. But, only thing I actually just do not like, the more I think about it, in terms of addition, there are these little, basically, like, ammo crates. I don't like them. Like, to where they have a certain amount of, like, a large pool of ammo, and it is a various type of ammo, like, broad categories, like, I think it says, like, kinetic, plasma, energy, and hard light. Those are, like, the 4 quote-unquote types. I don't like their presence. Because and it wasn't something that occurred to me until I really thought about it, but, I made that joke about how I've used the same pistol that I essentially picked up at the start of the game. That's a problem because because usually I would have switched to multiple different weapons before then because situations would have demanded it. Because I would have run out of ammo.
Right. Not in this game?
Mm-mm. And I ran out of... I mean, some other weapons I ran out of ammo. I mean, it could just be because I'm literally using the sidekick of the main enemy in the game, or sidearm of the main enemy in the game. So what do I know? But part of it is just I just don't like the idea of them. Halo is about that experience. I should feel. Okay, it's nice that
there should be a kind of frantic element.
Well, not even that. It's just closer to like past Halo games, like. If there was a will, there was a way in terms of, like, sticking to one singular gun, the stock loadout, if you will. However, they definitely did try to, like, as time went on throughout the campaign, there were moments where they definitely tried to put the pressure on you and try to get you to potentially, like, experience what other elements of the sandbox had to offer. And Infinite really doesn't do that. But, like, I kind of respect what they're going for, though, of, like, having these, like, cool toys and everything like that and telling you, hey, if you want it, it's here, instead of... You might want to pick that up, You
don't have a lot of ammo left, Chief.
Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that maybe, like, they become way more scarce as time goes on, but it's not something that I'm inclined to hold my breath for. Or at the very least, I'm okay with them for, like, lower difficulty settings and everything. But I think for higher difficulty settings, heroic leading into legendary, I think they should either be scarce or not a thing. I want to test my mettle against the game, and I don't want to have to selectively decide to not engage with various elements of it to achieve that.
Yeah, kind of like trying to use magic in Dark Souls.
Oh, using magic in Dark Souls. I mean, okay, you could do it. I'll respect it. I mean, people literally make entire builds off of it. It kind of melts things, like... But if you're looking for that challenge, you pick up the sword, level strength or dexterity, and you get to swinging.
And also dying because you can't fire magic energy bolts at the enemy. Instead, you have to run in. Ah!
So I'm curious, do you think you'll actually give Dark Souls a try at some point?
I don't know.
Or is it more a case of, like, you don't know if you want to put the money down on that?
I just don't know if I want to put the sanity down on that. I don't have a lot of that.
I'd say it's worth it.
I don't have spare sanity like you.
But it's me we're talking about here. I'm the man who suggested we sit in the fire. Does that sound like the words of a sane man?
I don't know. It seems like you had plenty left when you picked up Dark Souls, considering you walked out with some of it left.
I was like... I was in 7th grade when I first laid hands on Dark Souls. That was... Oh my gosh, that was a while ago. A proper long time ago. Wait, hold on a second. That was like 8 years ago. I was a wee lad by then.
Meanwhile, our two viewers picking out your age.
Nah, air quotes, wee lad. By that point. I was like 8 or something. Around about then. But anyway, I've been playing Souls games long enough that, like... I might as well not have had any sanity to begin with. You're fine, comrade. It's worth it. Trust me. Once you get... Listen. Okay.
I think the problem I'm having is I have sanity to start with.
So what, man? You'll have more to spare. It is a high... high risk, high reward. You know how it is.
I don't want to get that reward. It just sounds like...
No, it is worth it. No. It is worth it. Trust me. Like, okay. There's, in the process of obtaining that, like... of reaching that mountain, it might feel a bit empty. However, the moment of joy when you finally best that boss, when you finally make that progress, incomparable. Solid gold.
I don't know why I don't feel like I'd agree.
Well, I will just buy it for you and we can find out. I'm just like, play the game!
Guess so.
Engage in jolly cooperation.
Oh yes, my tube mate that doesn't actually work. It's so sad. Wait, does it actually not work? I have to see.
Okay, I thought you were talking about tube mate as in like, I thought you said like roommate, and I was like, since when do you have a roommate? Did you renovate your shed? Or did you just transplant your shed into an apartment complex? I'm just imagining your shed hanging out the top, out of one of those buildings.
Oh, fuck. I guess so. Pulling up Stop Your Self-Control.
Fair. Oh yeah, do you have any, what's it called? Any big games you're looking forward to next year?
Next year?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you know, we got Elden Ring coming out February. I think you mentioned wanting to play that one.
Yeah, I do. It'll probably be the exact fucking same, huh?
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna be real here. It probably is. But hey, we get it on PC, and I can, you know, we can do.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think my tube mate is still failing me.
That's unfortunate.
No, it's whatever. Don't expect it to work all the time.
I gotcha. What was I going to say?
Guess I just have to reinstall.
I had a thought I was going to express, I just can't remember it.
Well, sometimes you just can't remember those thoughts.
You're right. We're only 27 minutes into the podcast and we have lost all steam. Not even pulling into the station.
Yeah, I know, right? We haven't even made it to the water tanks.
Alright, Randy, we need to do something about this. Put a bit more fuel on the fire.
Okay. Hurt! Oh, fuck, it hurts!
Okay, have any ideas for conversation yet?
No, I'm just burning.
Oh, well I am too, then why do we do this?
I don't know, it was your idea.
Yeah, we've established though I don't have good ideas.
Well, I guess it's my fault for agreeing to it then.
I suppose this can just be a shorter episode for on account of burn wounds.
On account of burning to a singular crisp.
Singular crisp.
Not even multiple ashes, just a singular crisp. Oh yeah, I breached chapter 1000 of Marshall Peak.
Nice.
And I got to the point where the main character just fuses two opposite powers like it's nothing.
Nice.
And he says, me? Strong now.
Chapter 1000. That's just impressive.
He can already fight above what his strength would suggest his power is. And now he's just like, what are you? Are you the master of some planet or something?
Nice. Oh, man. I forget. How many chapters total?
Translated right now, 2,500.
Almost halfway there, my man. Like 1.25, you'll be halfway there.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right.
When did you start reading again?
A while ago, actually. I don't even remember.
Well then.
I think I initially caught up to the manhua very fast.
The manhua.
Because that's how it's spelled. It's probably not how it's pronounced. Ah, fuck.
Oh my word. Just dropped your phone into the fire.
I ain't trying to take no pictures. It's already burnt. I'm just...
You're just typing on a cracked, burned screen. But yeah, personally, I finished reading Vinlan Saga here recently. It was actually really good. I enjoyed myself reading it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things that it's like, okay, it's got Vikings, you like, everyone loves the Vikings. The Norse, they're funny guys. They pillaged and killed people and made them slaves, but, they're funny guys,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But more than anything, I just really like the characters in it. They're just extremely well written. I think you'd really enjoy it personally.
Maybe.
Of course,
Although...
you got prior engagements.
Prior engagements? No, I got free time, actually.
I'm talking about in terms of, like, how you're, reading, what's it called? Marshall Peak.
It's actually got some really funny sounding name in Chinese. I just don't remember it.
Oh. Sometimes I think about reading more web comics.
Oh, they're kind of fun. It's just Should I do this? Does this look wise?
I don't believe so, personally.
Oh, okay. It stops music when my phone rings. I see.
Ah, okay. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you, it's like, if you trust it, by all means. You don't trust it, by all means.
No, let's stop. That sounds about right.
I think part of the issue that we run into recording this episode is that it is nowhere close to the end of the year.
Right.
Well, okay, quote-unquote nowhere close. I mean, it's the start of the month. We got, like, good couple days, but at the same time, it's not, like... It's not too far.
Check it out. Just dang it. 10 out of... Oh, okay, it might be going.
Zooming. Yeah,
No,
alright,
I have
Scott.
to actually see if I already have this, though.
Apologies for the silence, Scott. It's one of those episodes.
Yep.
It's one of those episodes, and it's in bold print. It's one of those episodes.
One of them.
One of dem? Dem what?
Dem nuts. One of them nuts.
Apparently so.
One of these.
One of dozens.
Dozens.
No, dozens.
You mean dozens of the nuts that are in your mouth?
Enough. No more.
It'll never be enough.
No, it is enough right here and right now. Cease.
Damn it. I have more songs in my thing and I still don't have Stop Your Self-Control.
Well then. I mean, like, as far as, like, what you downloaded recently, or, like, just in general?
Recently.
I see. Yeah, I'm still using the, like, online thingamajig. It's just more convenient to have a backup on my computer, in case my phone does the funky do, or the government seizes it. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something that I'm always impressed with, and just a touch surprised by, is just how quality VTuber fan art is.
I know, right?
Like, it's one of those things, I just tend to, sometimes I will just pause, go into, like, the hashtag on Twitter for it, and I'll just take a good old-fashioned gander at what the people have made. And 9 out of 10 times, I'm just usually just very floored at how well done it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I kind of wish I could obtain this level of quality, of sheer craft.
It's starting up. You know, I like how they're like, oh, split your downloads so it'll go faster. No, it does not.
Well, sometimes it be that way.
I feel like it only goes faster whenever I have bitches, but I don't have bitches.
Well, it might just be an illusion. Nothing wrong with an illusion.
It's okay, I guess. Oh, there we go. Holy shit.
Yeah, Scott is like already on his way to kill us at this point. There is way too much silence.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to fill it with.
Let's fill it with the smoke with this fire.
We can only make fire jokes for so long. Or so many times. Before they overstay their welcome. I've already kind of played my entire hand. I talked a little bit about Vinland Saga. I talked a little bit about Halo Infinite, Randy. I don't do much else.
That's fair. I mean, how long has it been since you finished Metroid Dread?
Like 2 weeks. What does that have to do with anything?
I was wondering if you'd talk more about it, but it looks like you won't be.
Nah, it was one of those things. I played it, brought that chapter to a conclusion, booted up, and essentially almost beat Breath of the Wild again before downloading Infinite today. Literally, I was like, okay, I want to get 120 shrines, and I literally, like, I think I'm, like, at 110. So over the next few days as I'm playing through Halo Infinite, I'm going to be finishing up Breath of the Wild and ultimately completing it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
However, something that I did that is both a blessing and a curse is in Breath of the Wild you have gyro controls, like, for aiming and everything, and I was like, you know what? I want to really get the full Breath of the Wild experience. I'm going to try out these
gyro aiming controls.
Yeah, and honestly, when there's still a little bit of, like, even after using them for this playthrough, there's still just a little bit of, like...
Just a tiny bit of pain? Just a touch?
Because, like, if an enemy, like, strafes to my left, I'm having to, like, yonk the whole controller, and it is not organic. It does really, really well if you are, like, staring straight at a target and it is within, like, a square of your vision. Everything outside that square, you are dead in the water.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But one of the things is, like, going from, like, playing that multiple hours a day, every day for, like, the past 2 weeks... to, like, Halo Infinite, I aim and I'm starting to, like, twist the controller and I'm like, don't be stupid, don't be stupid, don't be stupid, don't be stupid. Just more than a little bit painful because I'm just like, dang it.
Oh my goodness. That kind of actually reminds me of, like, when the Samsung Galaxy S2 came out.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because it's funny. And also the guy who introduced the Samsung Galaxy S said it with a whole bunch of passion.
I appreciate that.
And also said it in a Japanese accent, even though he was Korean.
Are you sure it wasn't a Korean accent?
Pretty sure. Samsung Galaxy S!
Well, alright, then continue.
Oh, right. And I remember certain games would allow you to use gyro aim.
Mm-hmm.
I tried it, and it was just immediately pain. Because I remember there was this kind of Halo clone shooter, except you were killing regular guys.
You mean Call of Duty?
It felt like you had shields, like Halo.
Ah, okay. That's kind of weird, but go on.
And it lets you use it, and I'm like, okay, this seems like it might be fun. You know, your gyro controls were basically for games like Temple Run.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried using it for Nova, and it... pain.
Oof.
It's like, why can't I hit anything?
Well, it's one of those things, I think they definitely improved, but
Oh, yeah, definitely. Ever since phone manufacturers started stealing from consoles.
It's one of those things, like, I like the idea, you know, like, I think it's one of those things that it's not awful.
Of course.
But I think it needs more work to make it truly more viable over joysticks. Because, you know, again, you're very much so dealing with...
I feel like if they integrated joysticks and gyro together, then it'd be perfect.
Well, I mean, you can do that in Breath of the Wild. Like, you know, you can, like, say, for instance, like, you have this thing to where if you're in the air and you're, like, pull the trigger to draw your bow, what should we call it? It'll slow you down and you can, like, aim and kind of set up your shot and everything like that in this thing called bullet time. You know, slow down, all that jazz. But, and you know, in it, you can, like, turn the stick And you can do this on the ground too, but you can turn the stick to change your perspective. However, like, it tends to fight it a little bit, and it feels really awkward to go from, like, turning your controller to also turning the thing because it's not enough. It's just one of those things that again, if it is within, like, right in front of you, and it fits within this square, it's nice. But at the end of the day, it definitely does feel like way more of a gimmick.
Yeah. No kidding.
I get the feeling, though, the intention was to do something like mouse and keyboard, or at least emulate a mouse. But it needs a bit more time in the oven. I'd hesitate to say that it needs to maybe be a little bit burned, if you know what I mean.
Burnt?
Yep.
You mean crispy, like us?
Exactly.
That sounds about right.
Honestly, at this point, they're moving to season us.
They've already turned the fire down and turned up the salt.
Quick, Randy. We gotta spice up this episode. Tell me your 5 favorite seasonings.
Lowry seasoned salt, garlic powder, onion powder while we're at it. Although I'm not counting that because I like onions better.
You just eat the onions.
Lemon pepper, cayenne pepper, and salt. Why not salt?
Yeah.
Just regular ass salt.
I think that might have been 6. Scott, can you count those for us?
No, I didn't include onion powder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then never mind, Scott. It works out. I'm gonna feel bad if Scott paused, and then he went back and he's like 1, 2, 3, and then he plays it past this point. And no, don't worry about it. I took out onion powder. And he's just like, He's the one who's screaming as though he's in the fire at this point.
No, right? I'm surprised we aren't screaming more, even though we're in the fire.
This has also been another year of Scott putting up with nonsense.
No, right?
Well, I think we're all putting up with nonsense, but you know how it is.
Yeah, definitely.
It's that good content. Well, okay, us putting together that good content, not Scott suffering, is good content.
Yeah.
Maybe he was more vocal about it.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it's both. It's good content and it's also Scott suffering.
Yeah. Why not both? Why not both?
All of the above is good enough.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I forget. You said you were able to play Horizon 5 through Game Pass, right?
Yes.
Do you think you'll download Halo Infinite through the power of Game Pass?
Huh?
Do you think you'll download, like, Infinite's campaign through Game Pass?
Yeah, probably. It doesn't sound like a bad plan.
Nice.
Especially since I got around the jank of the Microsoft Store.
Oh, nice. Wait, Microsoft Store? Are you talking about, like, Game Pass lets you get around it, or you found a workaround?
I found a workaround. It's called the Xbox app.
I was just about to say, Randy, that is, like... There's literally an app for that, Randy. You can download it on your phone, too. But
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants that. Well, okay.
It's not a matter of want, it's a matter of need.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, if that's your only way to play, I respect it. However, if this is just like... It's like, if you got a better way to play, you should choose. Don't do this to yourself.
However, I did always like playing HI3 on this thing.
HI3?
That one game where you focus on getting your PNGs of waifus up.
Oh yeah. Huh. Yeah, I get which one you're talking about. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Are you really though?
Well, my hands are a bit slippery, but I'm managing to pick it up.
Honestly, I find it interesting that the Chinese name for HI3 is completely different.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And the word that they corrupted to make Honkai is Hokai, which is corruption.
Mm-hmm. So it's corruption impact, essentially.
Yes. Impact of corrupt. They made... You know what that is? Impact third? Third impact? It's because they're making a Neon Genesis Evangelion reference. It's actually something they said.
Evangelion references. Not cool, dude.
And I mean, you know what? The main story may as well be just as sad.
I mean, okay. No, I was about to say maybe not Halo Infinite, Honkai, I'm getting there. Evangelion isn't that bad, but, I still don't like it. I still just don't vibe with it.
It could have been pretty good. It had the makings. It's just...
It was okay at best, and then it's like, hey man, I read 80 books on philosophy, and you're gonna sit here and listen to them, okay? And I'm just like, where's the big robot?
Where are the fights?
No, I'm kidding. I have way more nuanced problems with Neon Genesis Evangelion, but I would have to rewatch it to be able to properly highlight all of them, and I'm not doing that. I will stick to my uninformed, disapproving opinion.
Oh my goodness.
I say I do not like it, and I also say good night to you, sir.
Oh my goodness!
What I don't have an uninformed opinion about is Girl's Last Tour.
Of course.
I will.
Hell, it's your wallpaper on your desktop. Of course you don't have an uninformed opinion about it.
Fun fact, it is my wallpaper on my desktop, on my laptop, and on my phone. Through pure coincidence. Like, it was one of those things, it wasn't until I until I set it up on my phone, that I looked around and I was like, huh. Weird.
I think Chito and Yuri need to go here and here as well, you said.
Yeah, it's like, okay, a little bit over here, a little bit over here. Actually, the one on my laptop is just one of the final panels. It's, I'm trying to remember which one it is. I have the books!
Yeah, it's the one where they make it to the very top, right?
Essentially, it's the cover for this, but, well, okay, never mind. There's not actually anything on the cover. Hold on a moment.
Kettenkrad son made me all sad.
Honestly speaking, I mean, like, it's one of my favorite stories. It's this. This spread right here is one of my favorite pages. There's nothing there, but it's so just, like, peaceful somehow.
There's nothing but a set of stairs and a random brick.
Well, a set of stairs that leads nowhere.
The stairs to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Chito and Yuri made it to heaven.
And it just makes me sad because, you got these funky drawings at the very end and then just the end.
The end.
It's very gently written. And then an afterword.
This world is so massive and complicated that I literally can't write about it all.
Essentially. And I just love that this man just casually writes a masterpiece and then just
Is this really a man, though? Because...
I'm going to revise that. This person.
This man person?
No, I meant to say just this person. This author. This straight up just unique human being just casually wrote a masterpiece and said, thank you so much for reading my clumsy work all the way to this point. It's like, my man, you just wrote some peak literature right here.
I'm actually going to look that up. Is Tsukumizu Sensei a woman or a man?
Tsukumizu. Old Tsukumizu. That's what... I finished... what's it called? I finished Vinlan Saga. I think it's time for me to rejoin the two of them on their last tour.
But what's the point in rereading it? I mean, it's... Considering the complexity of the world, that's a very simple story. Two girls ride a German half-track to the top of the world.
2 girls, 1 tank. I see.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't know. I just like rereading it. It's one of those things that I like rereading most of the things that I've read before. Like, okay, I don't talk about it a lot, but I reread a whole bunch of my stuff. You should see my JoJolian tally sheet. Same thing for Steel. Like, okay, Stone Ocean, Steel Ball Run, and JoJolian. I've read each of those like 3 times.
Jesus.
I don't know. I just really like the stories, and also I am really bad with remembering minute details because I do things like turn around and read all of One Piece in a month. That tends to dampen your memory for other things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. It does. What was it? Oh, okay. I just remembered what I was looking at.
But also the rereading stuff is just, I really like the world and the characters, and I just kind of want to re-experience that same story, but with the different lens of, like, maybe being able to pick up on stuff I wasn't able to before, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's this old news story called "Grab Your Coat, Near Freezing Overnight Temperatures Predicted for San Antonio." I went to sleep in that without turning my heater on because I forgot.
You just could have frozen to death, Randy.
No.
Wait, what temperatures?
Near freezing.
Oh. Well, okay, you're not hitting freezing. You're just going to be a bit chilly in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
A bit
Just wake
chilly
up
in the
like,
morning. I tell her I want some sheets for the bed.
And then she says, "You better not the sheet on the bed, you son of a bitch."
I love that.
I want 2-piece. Then go to the toilet, and I say, "You misunderstand. I want 2-piece on my plate." And she says, "You better not the piece on your plate, you son of a bitch."
I love that. Let's see.
And then for lunch, I go to the restaurant, and I see the waitress gives me a fork. I mean a spoon and a knife, but no fork. So I tell her I want a fork, and she's like, "Everybody want a fork."
That is my favorite part of it, just because it's just.
And then I say, "No, you misunderstand. I want a fork on my table." She's just like, "You better not the fork on the table, you son of a bitch."
Man, I love that. I specifically love that just everybody want a fork. I'd like to think she actually understood him and said, everybody wants a fork. Man just could not understand.
Why ain't they giving out forks though?
Because no one wants a fork on the table.
Thank goodness. Right.
So, what does the survey say?
Pseudonymous.
What? Oh, pseudonym. That's like alternate name, Randy.
I see. I don't know. Let's look. They are notable for having penned the post. Oh, fuck.
Okay, then. Person was right. This absolute person. Okay, there we go. But still,
although the self-portrait looks very feminine.
Who knows? I'm sticking with person. He thought, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Girls Last Tour. I can't remember. I think I read it first, last year. 2020. And you read it this year. Experienced the quality that it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just got to get you to read more series. More quality. Well, I say that, and then you're just like, Marshall Peak.
Oh my god.
What?
What the hell?
You good?
Yeah, it's just the self-portrait we see at the end of each of the volumes leads me to believe woman.
Yeah, well. I'm not too heartbroken over it. Or not heartbroken. Heartbroken isn't the right word. I'm not too bent out of shape by it.
Why the hell is she crying in this one?
I don't know, man. I kind of respect it, though. Life's hard enough as is, but sometimes you just gotta cry a little bit more.
You make me crying now. You make me crying now.
Yeah, man. Tell me, Randy, what do you want me to read?
It's very long, but you should probably pick up Marshall Peak.
I got the feeling you were probably going to tell me to do that.
And you won't. I know you won't, because it's just book.
I mean, okay, I might do, the
also
Manhua.
That's honestly just as long. And
yeah.
Considering that from chapter, 200 on, they just ripped from the book instead of actually translate, it's just as long.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Now, there's some things that they really can't because it's just fine.
1283.
Oh, that's very far behind.
Alright, I can check on the...
Katana.
Oh, no, it just says official and fan versions have different numbering systems. There is nothing missing or extra.
Oh, what the hell?
Let's keep going. Oh, yeah, 1200 repeats. Goes up to 1314. 15, 16, 17. Yeah, okay, it goes up to 1785. I can fix this by...
1755.
Okay, if you want to be picky about it.
By sauce?
By chapter number. Well, okay, that's one way to do it. Okay, descending. Okay, 1755. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, let me actually see. That might still be a little behind.
I mean, I can check a different source.
Wait, hold on. Go ahead and read the... Click on the latest one that it says.
Alright, then. We'll pull it up and see what it is. 13 pages. That is short.
Uh-huh. Why does it feel like this is spoilers? He's just getting beheaded. What the hell?
Literally on the first page, it's spoilers. That is hilarious.
By the way, I don't recognize that guy. That's not spoilers at all. It's just I have a 1753 over here. I'm updating my shit just to make sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, you could.
Yeah, I could.
I'm not going to make you because it's actually kind of... It's a little bit lackluster, I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
And also the tier systems for cultivator's power just changes on you in the middle of it.
Oh.
That's like I said, they start ripping from the book.
Well, there's a part of me that wants to do it on a point of, like, giving us both something to talk about.
I know, right?
However, like 1,200 chapters.
Yeah, it's 1,700.
Oh, yeah. Silly me. silly me.
It puts one piece of shame in terms of number alone.
Yeah, and I have a strict policy of only one 1,000-chapter manga per year. It's a new one that I started after I read 1,000-chapter manga this year.
Hey, well, next year's right around the corner. May as well get an early start.
I already have people clamoring for me to fill that 1,000-chapter plus manga. The one that some people in this other server I'm in really want me to read is Baki. I know that people really like that one, but it's like, it's mainly fight-focused, and I'm like, I don't really want that.
What the hell? Aether says OC banned from Aeon Galaxy in 20 hours.
20 hours remain. I suppose so.
Wonder if they're just changing that every hour, if they got lazy at some point.
I don't know. I mean, I know that dude is actually, like, I think he's, I think that dude's in a relationship with the person referenced.
Oh my god.
So, if anyone would know, they would.
I guess.
Being from beyond the veil. Alright, so what do you have for me?
I don't know.
So, aside from 1,700 chapter long manga, what else do you have for me to read, or what else do you think I should give a go?
You should give Solo Leveling a go.
Okay, that's fair.
It's only at like 170 something, but it's a webtoon, so at times you can get really unclear during the fights.
I like that explanation. Just, to be fair, webcomic. 176 chapter. That is easy to go through. Does it have like 20 chapter long pages or something? Okay, yeah, it does. That is easy to go through. I just might sit down and do that tomorrow.
That's fair.
Well, okay, there's also volume versions. Do you know anything about that?
What?
I said it also lists like a volume version. Do you know anything about that? I already clicked away from it. But, yeah, it just listed a volume version. Let me go back. What was I looking at? Oh, wait, no. I gotta actually type it in. Solo leveling. Leving.
It might be close enough. No,
yeah, volume version.
What the hell?
Might be the quote-unquote official... Only 8 chapters. I'm reading the 176 one. Give me the fan translation if you must.
Yeah, and they're not that bad.
I don't imagine. Who knows, maybe that'll be me one day, making a critically acclaimed webcomic. A boy can dream. What are you looking at?
There's a car chilling in the Niagara River.
What? What? It's just... Is there someone in it? Did someone abandon their car, or are they putting out a search party?
I don't know. Oh, what the hell? 40 earthquakes over the course of 24 hours up near Washington.
Well then.
That's actually off the coast of Oregon, but whatever. Close enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's all clustered in one portion.
Oh my word. Man. So tell me though, do you think we're likely to get a good old-fashioned freeze over? Maybe even a little bit of that funny white stuff from the sky this year? Or, well, next year at this point?
What kind of white stuff are you talking about?
Snow, I think they call it.
I thought you were talking about that other
No,
white stuff.
No, I'm not talking about the other stuff. Stop that.
You
Get your mind out of the
You
gutter.
don't mean hail?
No. Get your mind out of the gutter. There's already hail there. Your head will get hurt in the gutter.
Maybe. We might. It just depends on how cold it gets.
Yeah.
Further north. Because if it gets cold enough, well, then we'll have a front over here with snow inside it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like last time.
Nice. Well, I mean, last time it was good old-fashioned February.
Yeah.
Peak time for snow. I wonder if it'll happen again, and then we'll just be ill-prepared once more, because Texas and, fixing that power system probably didn't happen.
Yeah, they probably went, nah. It's still the same. What?
It's just, oh yeah, you know what? It froze over last year, and we were minutes away from a months-long power outage. Yeah, you fixed that, right? What? No, we actually just dumped more money into useless stuff. Our lottery is thriving, by the way.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Not all quakes are created equal.
No, they are. There's Quake 1, Quake 2. I think they made Quake 3. You know how it is.
Yeah. And then I think they remastered one of the Quake games for RTX, but we don't talk about that.
I've heard they're actually, id Software is going to give it a revival a la Doom 2016.
Nice.
Which frankly speaking, it's like, okay, I guess it's time for me to step on in.
It's time to play Quack.
Oh, wait. Something we have to look forward to this next year.
What is it?
I think there was a official statement or something that the Chainsaw Man anime will be starting in 2022, as well as Part 2.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Can't
I'm excited.
Wait. I wonder if Part 2 is already written. Fucker's just resting on his laurels.
The man's just like, I will squeeze every... I would not be surprised if it's like, the anime's starting, and so is Part 2, to just summon the bank.
So much money.
Mm-hmm.
So much money.
Yeah. Too bad the fan base sucks. That is the only part. It's just... Oh boy. Oh boy. But I don't consider myself a part of the fan base. It's like, you know what, they're a fan of the work. I'm an enjoyer. Man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think you and I are just truly out of things to talk about.
Yeah, it's just like, well, good thing we've been going for an hour, although it's probably more like 40 minutes with all the silence we've just injected.
Essentially. Well, the thing is, usually I can, try to come up with conversation topics to split the difference, but
you know what I think the problem is?
What?
I think the problem is I ran out of leg hair to singe.
I think we both ran out of skin to singe. Randy, wait.
What?
This thing we've been sitting on. These are our corpses. Randy, we're dead.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe that we were able to hit stop recording while we were already dead. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, let's hope that something random and completely unexplained falls on it in order to set off a series of events that stops the recording. Any minute now. Come on, it's gotta happen.
I'm surprised the mic is picking us up.
Mm-hmm. What type of mic is this? Oh, it's a Blue Yeti. Okay.
If you want to record ghosts, Blue Yeti.
Yeah. Random event. Come on. There we go.
Aaron, I think these... Aaron, these are not our corpses.
Oh, well, that is more than a little bit of a relief. I was quite worried that it was still hot after we died.
I know, right? Wait, why do I hear laughing?
And the sound of tormented souls rising up in anguish.
Nah, that's just your imagination. Let's hop out of this fire.
Yeah, you're right. Back into the pan.